Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. In today's video, we are going to be doing another Need or Next video where I talk about the new releases that have been announced and whether or not I'm going to need it or whether I'm just going to say next to it. This is my kind of little take on the Will I Buy It series by my friend Samantha March. I will of course link her channel in the description box. I will also link the community playlist that she has made with all of the other creators' Will I Buy It videos as well. Now that all of that is out of the way, guys, let's get on to this video. The first product I'm going to be talking about is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is available already on her website. This is the Sultry palette. So I did end up picking this up. As you know, I have it physically beside me. And I was actually pretty surprised with myself that I ended up wanting it as much as I did, because it's just, when you look at it here as well, it's again really cool toned, has a lot of like shimmery shades as well, which I like. They're perfect for the holiday as well. But a lot of people that I was reading in the comments anyways, they didn't really picture this as a sultry palette. They kind of were a bit disappointed in the color scheme and the color story. I actually would disagree. I actually do think that this is kind of a nice like neutral sultry kind of look. I think you can get a lot of great like pops of gray. You've got your rose gold tones. You have that beautiful pop of pink in the right corner there, the bloom color. That is really nice as well. So I will keep testing it. But so far what I'm finding is the formula is identical to the Norvina, the Soft Glam, to all her other palettes that I have loved and been using. So definitely one that I needed. The next palette I want to talk about is the Natasha Denona Mini Star Palette. This is also released as of now as well on Sephora, and it is $25 American. It is one of her mini palettes. I do not have the Star Palette full palette, so I can't compare that versus this one at all, but what I can say is this is another one that was kind of underwhelming to me. For me, it was just like, you know, it's okay. If you are interested in a review on this product, my really good friend Ashley Clady did review this palette. I will link her video as well in the description box if you're interested. Because of the product fatigue I've been kind of experiencing lately, I'm just like, this hasn't wowed me enough to get it, and I'm certainly not going to make myself buy anything I really don't want. The next palette is from Hourglass. They have announced their Ambient Edit Volume 4 palette. This is pretty. Oh my goodness. So as you guys know, I did a review on the Ambient Unlocked palette with their new vegan formula. I will link that video as well in the cards for you. I will be doing a comparison with this Ambient Lighting Edit palette. Once it's released, I'll be getting it ASAP, so this is definitely a need. And I'll be comparing it to the Unlocked palette as well, just so you guys can see the difference between them and if it's actually worth it to get both. I am an Hourglass product junkie, so I know I'm going to be using this even though I have the Unlocked palette. It is one of the ones that I kind of look forward to every holiday as well, so that is definitely one that I'm going to need. The next palette is from Kat Von D, and this is her Fetish palette. I think it is blush and highlights. This is also $43 American. It is limited edition. And this one as well, I think was early access last week, and now it's on Sephora's site. This is one, again, underwhelming to me. I typically will not be wearing highlights like this on the regular, so the highlights are already like, eh. They're just not my personal style. This is definitely a pass as well. There have been very few Kat Von D items that have actually grabbed my attention lately, and it has nothing to do with her controversy or anything, but this is just something for me that I'm like, no, I can do without. Next. The next palette is from Huda Beauty, and this is her nude palette. I think it's called Nude. It's actually really bridal looking, if I'm going to be totally honest. I do like the tones of this. I have personally tried, I think it was her rose gold first launch of the rose gold palette, and I was kind of like, it just wasn't very good. Wow, this is such a negative video. I'm sorry. I haven't tried one of her big palettes since. So I haven't tried Desert Dusk and her re-released rose gold either, so I can't say. The only palettes that I have tried are her little mini palettes. I do have the coral one, I think it's called, Mini Corals, Obsession Corals, something like that. So I have that one, and I do like that one. The shimmers, though, I apply with a finger for that palette, but they're certainly not textured like these ones. So these ones will probably even need more, like a glitter glue maybe. I'm not positive yet. But this one is kind of like, I don't know if I need it, but I don't know if I'm going to say next to it yet either. It's one of those ones I'm just not sure. I do like the packaging, how it does look kind of bridal, which kind of is the first impression that I get from this color story. So I think the packaging is really, really nice. but this one I'm just unsure about. Let me know down below, do you guys think it is worth getting? Have you tried any of her big palettes like this? Do you think it's something I would like? The next product you guys have been asking me about nonstop. This is the Natasha Denona Gold palette. I get what she's trying to do here with the whole gold family. She's got her duochrome golds, she's got her warm and cool golds, her golds that look like wet swatches. There's some that are really like top coats kind of. But is it too much gold? That's what I'm trying to say. Is it too much gold? I think if you really like gold, you'll like this palette. I'm hoping that the formula is consistent with some of her prior formulas, not the more recent ones like Safari and the like, because I've heard some mixed reviews and actually some poor reviews on her formulas then. This palette is pretty steep at 162 Canadian dollars, so if you are a gold fanatic and that's something that you really enjoy, then you probably would really enjoy this palette. You know, hoping that the formula is really good for you guys if you choose to purchase it, but I'm gonna say next to this one, even though it was so tempting. I do think that she could have done better with the expansion of shades. I think that she could have maybe dropped some of the gold shades that are like so similar and added maybe a little bit more dimension with different types of shades to kind of create different color story. I'm not sure really what I was wanting from this, but it just fell short. Me and my friends were back and forth like, I want it, I don't want it, I want it, I don't want it. And I'm gonna say next for now. I might be persuaded, let's just see, but right now it's a next. Next, Jouer has released some concealers. This is the Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer in 25 shades, which is nice. This is supposed to be high coverage, it has hyaluronic acid, and it's supposed to be a soft matte finish. So this is 22 American dollars. And I do like the shade range. I think it has a really nice gradient with lots of inclusivity. There's like really light and then some really deep as well. So I really do like that. I did end up purchasing this one today just to kind of give it a shot. So I don't have it right now, but I did purchase my shade in this because I am pretty curious about this. So I will let you guys know my thoughts on it in a future video for sure. But this is one that I thought, hey, this might actually be kind of good. I do like the packaging as well. Should I have gotten another concealer? Probably not. I do have quite a few that I love already, but this one just kind of caught my eye. And I do like how they did a pretty good job with the gradient of inclusivity, so that's always good. So this is definitely a need for me. Next, I want to talk about the new Fenty Beauty Highlighter Palette for the holidays. This looks really stunning, but so this is going to be released in October. I really love some of the Fenty products that I have, but this one to me, as long as you can use it doubly for other purposes, which I think you will be able to because a lot of her products kind of double as eyeshadows or they double as blushes or different things like that. And I do think if you just straight use this palette for highlights, I mean, personally for me, I'm not going to use a purple highlight, a blue highlight, that deep red, or the deep orange really anytime soon. I do like the icy white. That does remind me of the Diamond Balm though, so I'm not sure if that's going to be similar to that one or not. Then we also have the two kind of pinky goldy red ones as well. So I hate to say it, but this one is definitely going to be a pass as well. And there's going to be a lot of passes in this video. So again, I apologize for my negative Nancy-ness today, but this one is definitely one that I don't see a lot of use out of for my personal style and my personal collection. If you do like highlights though that are incredibly colorful and you can rock them really good, like you do you, honestly. If this is definitely for you, then I'm hoping this is going to be really good quality for you as well. But for me, this one is a next. Speaking of Fenty, she has released some new shades from her Stunna lip paint collection, and I did end up picking up one of those as well. So this is in the shade Uncuffed. This is the rose, like dusty rose kind of color, and this is really pretty. It does, however, darken as it dries. So this is the lip color that I'm wearing today. As you can see in the bottle, it is pretty light compared to my lips, so it does dry deeper by a little bit as it dries. And then I also have the original color, which is in the red. Now, I do like this formula. What I will say about it is that it does take some practice getting used to it because it's incredibly wet right off the bat. I did put on way too much right at the beginning. You actually get quite a bit of product on the wand. And when I was putting it on my lips, I actually got it all over my teeth and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so like all over the place. So what you have to do is go really slow, literally take off the excess product off of the wand because it will already be too much. As soon as you pull it out of the base, it's already going to be too much. So make sure that you're kind of dusting off the edges like what I'm doing right now. You're just kind of taking off the excess and then you apply it. You do not need a lot. It is an incredibly pigmented formula, and I do like how it's very thin and lightweight on the lips because you don't have to pack it on to get that pigment punch. This one as well kind of leaves a little bit of a faint stain, so you can eat some things with it. I mean, I wouldn't go full on face into a cheeseburger with all of the toppings, but I would do some light eating with this and would not worry about it smudging. So if you guys are interested, definitely get this one, but this color was definitely a need. The peach will be a maybe, but the black will be a next. I also forgot to mention that there is a deep brown shade as well in Unveil. This one is also going to be a next for me though, just because I don't typically wear deep browns in my collection on the regular, but if that's something that you're interested in, then that might be a really good match for you. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on some of the new holiday announcements that have been released for upcoming products. Definitely let me know down below what you guys think of everything. What are some things that you're going to be picking up? And until my next one, guys, take care. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!
You and me, everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe we've had our gray, but somewhere there's a light inside of us.